She thought getting into a stranger's car would save her from the storm, but she had
I'm
no
so
idea she was driving straight into a nightmare. Stranded alone on a deserted highway outside Nashville, she accepted a
never
ride from a
leaving.
mysterious woman named Claire. Minutes later, the doors locked, and Claire revealed something terrifying. Someone had been secretly watching her for weeks. But why? And why was her name on a list connected to a dangerous criminal operation? Just when she thought Claire was her biggest threat, headlights appeared outside the farmhouse. Who had followed them? And would she survive the night? Before we reveal the truth, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Now sit back and let's get started. The rain was coming down hard when I stood stranded on a lonely highway outside Nashville, Tennessee. My phone was dead, my car wouldn't start, and the nearest town was miles away. I had been standing there for almost 40 minutes, soaked from head to toe, when a black SUV suddenly appeared through the curtain of rain. It slowed beside me, and the passenger window rolled down. A woman with dark hair looked at me carefully. "Get in before you freeze," she said. I hesitated. Everything about the situation felt wrong, but another wave of thunder made the decision for me. I opened the door and climbed inside. "Thank you," I whispered, shivering. "Claire," she introduced herself. "And you?" I told her my name. She handed me a towel and started driving. For several minutes, neither of us spoke. The warmth of the vehicle slowly returned feeling to my fingers, but my uneasiness only grew. Finally, I looked at the road signs and realized we weren't heading toward Nashville. "Where are we going?" I asked. Claire kept her eyes on the road. "Somewhere safe." I frowned. "I just need a gas station or a hotel." She didn't answer. I reached for the door handle, but it wouldn't open. My stomach dropped. "Why is the door locked?" Claire glanced at me in the rearview mirror. Her expression had completely changed. "Don't panic," she whispered. "You're staying with me tonight." Outside, the highway disappeared behind us as she turned onto a dark country road. I stared at her, wondering if I had just made the biggest mistake of my life. Then Claire reached into the glove compartment and pulled out a photograph. She placed it on the dashboard without saying a word. It was a picture of me leaving my apartment that morning. My blood ran cold. "How do you have that?" I asked. Claire tightened her grip on the steering wheel. "Because I've been watching you." My heart pounded as Claire turned onto a narrow road, hidden between the trees. I stared at the photograph on the dashboard, unable to understand how a complete stranger could know so much about me. "Why have you been watching me?" I demanded. Claire remained silent until we reached an old farmhouse surrounded by tall trees. She stopped the SUV, turned off the engine, and finally looked at me. "Because someone else has been watching you too." She unlocked the doors. I immediately stepped outside, but instead of running, I followed her into the farmhouse. The place looked abandoned from the outside, yet the kitchen was warm and strangely organized. On the table were several photographs of me, my apartment, my workplace, the coffee shop I visited every morning, and even my car. "What is this?" I whispered. Claire took a deep breath. "My brother discovered a human trafficking operation 6 months ago. He tried to expose it, but they found him before he could tell anyone." She showed me a final photograph. It was my name written on a list beside several others. "How am I connected to them?" I asked. Claire's voice trembled. "You aren't. That's the problem. They think you have something my brother left behind." Suddenly, headlights appeared through the kitchen window. Claire froze. "They found us." She grabbed my wrist and pulled me toward a hidden door behind the pantry. "What are you doing?" I whispered. "Saving your life." Outside, a vehicle stopped near the farmhouse. 2 doors slammed shut. Claire opened the hidden passage and pushed me inside. Before following me, she looked toward the window and whispered, "Whatever happens, don't trust anyone who says they know me." Then the farmhouse lights suddenly went out.